Okay, we're here with Andy and Christian from Icon of Coil. So, how does it feel to be back with this band?
Fun. It's fun. You know, I think we had this conversation earlier, and it's like at some point the reason why we put it on ice was because it wasn't fun anymore. It was just too much, and but after this long time, it's actually fun to do it again. But I think that's how it is with everything. You know, like if you leave it alone for a while, you remember why you did it in the first place. And but it's been a lot of fun, yeah.
So you've been playing here at the BIM festival. Did you rework the songs, or did you keep them in the original shape?
A little bit of the original, a little bit of the rework, but it's mostly for the last. I mean, for the last 8 years, it's basically the original, except from the new song, obviously.
Yeah.
But we've been trying to keep the original more or less original because we're working on new material. So hopefully that will bring in a little bit of the new flavor in it. But mostly
it sounds a little bit less synth pop and more power than before.
Maybe it might be a little bit to do with the performance too.
Yeah.
You know, like I think back in the days we might be a little bit more calm, a little bit more synth pop on the performance. But I think we've been like after him doing Northbourne for so long and me doing Bodybeats for so long, you bring a little bit of that energy to it. Yeah. I think on stage, and I think that has a lot to do with it.
But of course, the songs that we choose for the live set.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's different now than 10 years ago.
Yeah, I think we cut out a lot of the synth poppy songs and play more of the more powerful songs because our taste changed, and you know.
But even Shallow Nation is reworked.
Yeah, but it's just been reworked for like for a long time.
Rework.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, but it's true. It's like we also choose to play more of the powerful songs.
Yeah.
And which is funny because mostly when you see older bands coming back, they're usually getting older, so they prefer to play the softer songs.
Yeah.
But I think we just in the meantime have gotten like into projects and music that has a lot more groove and energy than what we used to do with Icon of Coil. So we pick out like all the songs that we really like to play.
Yeah.
And not necessarily what the audience want to hear, you know.
Yeah. And so you played Perfect Sex. And there will be a new album. When are you planning to release it?
Well, we were planning to release it already, but you know, it's always a new plan.
Yeah.
But we're looking into probably around, I don't know, April, May or something like that. Yeah, 2013.
Great. And you told me about your other projects. You have a lot of projects going on right now, besides Icon of Coil and Bodybeats. Can you tell us a little bit more?
You know, it's just I had a lot of time in the studio, so I've just been working on a lot of different things. But I've been working on it for a long time, like my acoustic stuff. I mean, I've been doing it for a while. It's kind of like blues, country, dark folk mix. And then you know,
have you ever produced anything for with that, or?
Yeah, well, I didn't release anything yet. I'm still working on an album. Like I got probably 3 albums worth of material, but I'm just so far it's been very personal. So I've just been doing it in the studio. I haven't really thought about the release of it yet because it's still like a very personal project that I've just been working on when I had time. And
so it's basically you singing and playing guitar, or?
More or less, yeah.
Yeah.
And there's just acoustic guitar, and of course there's still, I mean, like, it's still programming and stuff too, because there's still do soundscapes and stuff like this. But as a instrument wise, it's more or less like dominant with vocal and guitar. Yeah. And then of course I got my punk rock project, Scandinavian Cock, that was been around for a while, but same thing. It's just mostly just a bunch of friends drinking beer and playing rock and roll, you know.
And the video game?
Yes, I'm really excited about that. Finally coming out in January, Devil May
Just
Cry.
done, right?
Yeah, it's just done, and it's coming out in January. Devil May Cry reboot, and it's a huge honor for me to be a part of this because it's such a big game from Capcom. It's a huge game, and so it's my music on it, and Noisia from Holland is the electro dubstep project from Holland, which is their stuff is amazing too on this game. It's really crazy. Their skills are amazing. Like the electro skills are amazing, and I'm really excited about it because it's very different. Even though it's released on the Comic Crisis, it's very different than what we do with Comic Crisis. It's more metal.
Yeah.
I don't like, but Comic Crisis is not going metal, but it's this soundtrack is, but they said make music that fits to the fight scenes, and I did, and it just turned out to be metal.
And the plans for Combicrise, nothing special for the moment until September.
I'm working on both the Icon on Coil album. We're working on an Icon on Coil album, but also working on new Comic Crest material as well. So there'll be a new Comic Crest album in September next year, which will be more classic Comic Crest and not metal. Among a million other things that I'm doing right now.
Okay, thank you very much, and good luck for the future.
Oh, thank you.